Hi, for my family engagement project, I did district policies on family engagement and parental involvement. So what I did is I took counties from from Nevada's neighboring state that were the most populated, the least populated, and the closest population similar to Elko. Some of the counties I couldn't find the family involvement or parental engagement policy wasn't on their website, so couldn't find it. But for the most part, I did okay. So I got 12 different counties, not including Elko, and that summed up to be a total of 15 different documents. So let's dig in. My essential question was, how is Elko's family engagement policy compared to others? Does it stand its ground or is it weak? So what I did is compared it to our neighboring states. Let's just dig into it. So I did for Nevada, Clark County, right, which stands at around 2.1 million people. It has a variety of schools, a variety of population, a lot of variety. But what I found interesting was that Elko County School Districts and Clark County School District exactly the same, right? They are exactly the same in wording, except for Clark County. Their policy doesn't include the Title I component, and Elko County's does. What I also found about Clark County is that it was a lot easier to read. They made it so easy to read, probably because of their variety and backgrounds. They want to make sure all of their parents understand the concept of family engagement. Okay. From Clark County, we are going to go over to Esmeralda County, which has a population of about 850, which is really low compared to all of our neighboring states. Esmeralda County basically had the exact same thing. Same wording, same everything. The only thing that I found interesting about Esmeralda County is that the first page and a half was a parent responsibility. It kind of pushes parents to be responsible for their own kids. It has a lot of students must be well fed, well dressed, and well rested, stuff like that a parent should already know, but it's on there. So Elko compared to Nevada, I think, fails a little because Elko doesn't give that easy understanding for parents of different backgrounds. It kind of just lays it out there, gives you some ideas, and you're on your own. While Esmeralda and Clark County make it easy for people to read. It makes it easy for parents of different backgrounds and different educations. It makes them understand better. Okay, so from Nevada we go into Utah. Salt Lake County, right? Salt Lake County's family engagement was one page and not even a full page. It was like this compared, okay? It actually had a lot of the same wording, basically word to word. It just snipped things and cut and pasted it in there, which is interesting that a different state would use the exact same terminology as Nevada. All in all, I thought it kind of seemed to me that it was hastily put in, oh, who cares, let's just put it in, right? Which is weird for Salt Lake County because they're extremely religious and they love their families, you know? Not that any other state doesn't. Okay, so now we are traveling a little northwest to Box Elder County, which has a similar population to Elko. It stands for about 52,000 people, same as Elko. So Box Elder actually does a really, really good job at structuring their family engagement. They do the bullets, they do the points, they make it super easy to read. This is probably one of the best family engagement structure-wise that I have researched. It has the same components as the Elko County School District. But, sorry, I forgot this point, it actually has one of the best sentences out of all of the districts that I've ever read. And it says that parents can engage in open and honest communication about their child without retaliation from any parties involved, which is awesome. Parents should be able to talk about their kids without feeling guilty or anything, you know? Okay, so from Box Elder County, we move eastward to Daggett County. Now, I was talking about how Salt Lake County's policy was short. This one was about this long. It's super short. You know, it said families are very important. It used non-modern technology, like, hey, you have to pick up your phone in order to communicate, which is what we know that it's not completely wrong, but there's more modern technology that we can use to communicate. So in terms of Utah policy, I think Elko County is better. One, it just gives more details, and it gives us ideas on how to solve the problem. So we go to Arizona in Maricopa County, which is the Phoenix area, right? I actually really liked their policy on family engagement, because not only did they list the things that could improve family engagement, similar to Elko County school districts, it also included the Title I component. It also included ideas that went above and beyond what Elko County School District did. It included sexual education, it included immunizations, and what parents can do to learn about school policies. And religious exemptions, religious exemptions. So that's what it included, which was really cool. It was a longer policy, but I think it really included all of the details. It also included a lot of the laws, so it was written in right there, so you knew that it was legit. It was a good policy. So from Arizona, we'll travel over to California, Calaveras County, which is in San Bernardino, California. This one was probably one of the wildest policies I have ever. One of them. Idaho is going to get really wild too. So basically they say that in order for a parent to come into the classroom, visit the school, meet with a principal, meet with the class teacher, they have to get the superintendent's written approval. What? Isn't that crazy? I thought that was really crazy. It basically, the only things that correlated with the Elko County School District was like progress reports and being a teacher aide. Oh, but you have to ask permission to be a teacher aide by the superintendent. That's crazy. Okay, so now we move on to Los Angeles County. Can California redeem itself from the craziness? Actually can. Los Angeles County is a unified district with 6 schools, right? Los Angeles is huge. It's 10 million people. So it has a unified district. It has one of the best policies that I've read, okay? It has the first thing that you read is how parents impacted the policy. They opened the opportunity for parents to contribute feedback to the policy. And these were called, what were they called? They were called study group sessions. And they wanted feedback on how schools can be strengthened. And these parents went to these study group sessions, and they gave their statements. Hey, listen, we want to learn more about the school policies. We want to learn about how the school works, the school system works. And we want respectful staff for our kids. And we want parent centers to help parents understand our students and our children. We want to help them out. So give us this. It was actually really neat, because not only did they evaluate how teachers can integrate parents in the classroom, but it integrated parents in its own policy, which is awesome. It really gives an example to teachers on how to do it. So from Los Angeles, we will travel up north to the Portland area. Okay, and so this one had 2 pages, right? How the superintendent can help family engagement, and then how schools and the community can help family engagement, which I thought was really interesting. So it included many of the same concepts as Elko County School District: surprise communication, how parents need to have a say in the classroom, all that stuff. it really went on about professional development and training parents to educate their students outside the classroom, which I thought was really interesting. So from Portland, we'll travel down south to Coos Bay County, a county about 64,000 people. It didn't have very much to say. Just a short list of how parent responsibilities, like, hey, you need to make sure your kid does their homework, and you may need to make sure that your kid goes to school. And then another page on some ideas of parent involvement, like, oh, you can come be an aide, we'll take you, we'd love to have you, kind of stuff. Like, it didn't really give details about any of it. Really, I think Elko County School District is better than both of these districts. These lacked detail and they lacked emphasis in things, and they were just really like subordinary. So we'll go into lastly Idaho. So West Ada County, which is Boise, they only talked about the Title I portion of family engagement. All the regulations were added and obviously discussed. The only thing that I really found valuable about this is that it actually defined who would be impacted by the Title I component of family engagement, which was like families with ELA families, ESL families, English as a second language, not ELA, sorry. Poverty parents and all those other things. So now we go on to Bingham County, Idaho. So their family engagement policy was labeled parent involvement in education, right? It was 3 pages of how divorced parents should act in an educational environment, like who gets the say and who doesn't get the say, and what happens when they don't agree. So it was really interesting, and also one of the weirdest ones. It didn't really have anything to do, and it didn't have anything in common with Elko County except for they needed to send report cards out. So anyways, in comparison to our neighbors, I think Elko County is fairly okay. Okay, we can do a lot better. I know we can. We can make the document easier for parents to read of different backgrounds. Okay, we have only Spanish speakers in this county. I know it. Okay, like, I know this. So we need to make this policy easy for them to read, and in Spanish. Okay, we need parents of different educational backgrounds to be able to read those $10 words. Why not use nickel words and not $10 words, and make it easier for people to read? So basically, it's better than most counties, but I think there's a lot more we can do. I think we could take Los Angeles County, the District of Los Angeles, and really take ideas from that policy, because it is really good. It's a great policy, and I think that we can get parents involved in policy making and being able to make informed decisions about procedures and ideas and concepts. Anyway.